Despise conflict. Detest disgrace. Watch your tongue. You can master your life and you can program your life the way you want it to be using your free will. Number 7, you are more powerful than you realize. That's good to know. Number 3, shine as brightly as you can, as often as you can. No one can take who you are, right? So no one can take away the fact that you are divine. Hello, spiritual friends, and welcome to another episode of Life Ascended. I am so excited to talk to you today about how you can become more aware of what it is that's important to actually move into your ascension. So I recently got back from a trip to Greece, and I had the opportunity to go up to Delphi and go visit the area where the Oracle of Delphi used to live and do her readings. And it was about 2 hours outside of Athens, up in the mountains. It was a really magical place. It was very cold when I was there. I had to wear a coat. And I was really surprised at the beautiful spaciousness there. There's a temple of Apollo, which was still standing. It had, of course, it was some ruins because it hadn't been partially destroyed, but there was a lot of stuff that was still intact there. It was really a special place. And I had a pretty profound deja vu experience there. Definitely a familiarity. After that visit to Delphi, I did receive a beautiful transmission from Mary Magdalene, and it was about the maxims of the portals that are in your hands. So first off, in this episode, I want to just give a salute to the Oracle of Delphi. I'm going to read to you some of the maxims that are inscribed there in Greek, but I'll read them in English. And I'm going to take you through the new portals that were given to me. So we have a portal one on each of our fingertips, and each of these portals also has different maxims to help you with your ascension. So hopefully you are excited about this episode. And so if you don't know about the Oracle of Delphi, the very first maxim is know thyself. Okay, so I picked up this little book while I was there, and it's by Renee, and she or he, I'm not sure, translated the maxims into English. So I'm going to read some of them to you. So of course, know thyself is super important because it's one of the 7 aspects of ascension. I consider that to be extremely important work because that's what the hands reveal is thyself. And as you look at your hands and you learn what is actually written in your hands, then you can discover ways to live more joyfully, more authentically, more in alignment with your soul's purpose. And it's ultimately a roadmap to your own ascension because it shows you exactly what it is you're here to heal, what lessons are you learning, what karma are you balancing. All sorts of things show up in your hands. And it's so, so, so useful to understand that information. By the way, I do readings for people. If you're interested in a deeper look into your own hands, just go to ascension17.com. And I have been doing this for over 17 years. So this is definitely something I'm really passionate about. And I would love to help you uncover what is in your hands. So let me read to you some of these maxims. By the way, the second one was nothing in excess. Okay, so first one is know thyself. Second one, nothing in excess. So we've got follow God, obey the law, venerate the gods, respect your parents, let justice prevail, form an opinion, after you have learned. That's a good one. Think after you have listened. Be yourself. Intend to wed. Recognize the right opportunity. Think as a mortal. If you are a foreigner, act like a foreigner. Honor your home. Have self-control. Help your friends. Control your anger. Be prudent. Honor providence. Avoid oaths. Love friendship. Endure the challenges of education. Pursue honor. Desire wisdom. Praise the good. Find fault with no one. Praise virtue. Practice what is just. Support your friends. Defend yourself against your enemies. Be noble. Avert evil. Participate in civic life. Protect what is yours. Shun what belongs to others. Use time wisely. Envision the future. Despise insolence. Respect the pious, appealing for help. Be adaptable. Educate your children. When you have, give. Beware of deceit. Speak well of everyone. Pursue knowledge. Judge based on divine law. Act with awareness. Shun murder. Pray for what is possible. Consult the wise. Test people's character. Give back what you have received. Look down on no one. Use your skill. Be willing to offer. Honor a benefaction. Be envious of no one. Be vigilant. Exalt hope. Despise slander. Gain possessions justly. Honor virtuous people. Know who judges you. Safeguard your marriage. Accept your destiny. Avoid promises. Speak plainly. Associate with your peers. Manage your expenses well. Be happy with what you have. Respect the feeling of shame. Fulfill a favor. Pray for happiness. Embrace your fate. Observe what you listen. Work for what is worth owning. Despise conflict. Detest disgrace. Watch your tongue. Refrain from insolence. Judge justly. Use what you have. Judge impartially. Accuse no one behind their back. Say what you know. Do not depend on violence. Live without sadness. Express yourself in calmness. Accomplish something without losing your courage. Be kind to everyone. Do not curse your children. Choose your words wisely. Take care of yourself. Be affable. Give a timely response. Strive with dignity. Act without repenting. Repent of your mistakes. Be in control of what you see. Decide timely. Act promptly. Protect friendships. Be grateful. Pursue harmony. Protect confidentiality. Fear those who rule. Pursue what is beneficial. Accept time. Do away with animosity. Accept old age. Boast not of your physical strength. Be respectful. Avoid hate. Acquire wealth fairly. Do not abandon honor. Despise malice. Risk wisely. Tire not of learning. Have self-restraint. Appreciate all advice. Love those you nurture. Fight not the absent. Respect the elder. Teach the young. Do not trust wealth. Respect yourself. Rule not with arrogance. Pay tribute to your ancestors. Sacrifice yourself for your homeland. Do not begrudge life. Do not mock the dead. Share the load of the unfortunate. Gratify without harming. Grieve not for everything. Create with noble standards. Make promises to no one. Do not wrong the dead. Take joy in your mortal nature. Count not on luck. As a child, be well behaved. As a youth, be self-disciplined. As of middle age, be fair. As of old age, be sensible. Upon reaching death, do not feel sorrow. All right, so those are the maxims from the Oracle. And, let me know in the comments which one you like the best. Certainly there's some that I don't agree with. For example, the one about time, accept time. I don't know about that because time is just an illusion, albeit a convincing illusion, right? So now what I want to do is take you through this channeling that came to me after I went to Greece and visited the Oracle. And we're going to look at the new maxims, I guess you would call them, that are tied in with the portals. So the Portal Maxims. And here we go. Okay, so like I said, we have a portal located one in each fingertip and also one in the center part of our palm. And so I'm just calling these some new Ascension codes. I love getting new messages from my spirit guides who come in. I do get messages from different archangels, different ascended masters, different galactics. And so we'll start with the portal of change. Number one, change is growth. All right, so you got to be comfortable with change. Number two, change allows divine perception. Number three, the cosmic heart is already within you. Number four, change is natural. Number five, change is essential for recognizing the cosmic heart within you. Okay, so all of those relate to that portal of change, which is in the center part of the palm. By the way, if you're interested in learning more about these portals and how to actually implement these different maxims that we're going through right now and how to integrate them into your energy field, just go to ascension17.com. This is the kind of work that I do every day with clients. So if you're really looking to up-level your life, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling like maybe your life could be a little bit better, or there's something that's just kind of nudging you to really focus on your spiritual growth and ascension, which of course that's the time that we're in right now, then I would recommend that you check us out and see what we can do for you. Okay, so moving on to the portal of willpower. Number one. Okay, so this is the right thumb, by the way. Okay, the right thumb is your portal of willpower. Free will is a powerful component of the Earth School pathway. Number two, it's okay to change your free will and manifest another result. Okay, that's good to know, right? We don't want to have things, when we think about our free will, sometimes we think, oh, I got to get it right the first time. That's not true. Number three, free will overrides other programming that originated in spirit. Okay, this one's an important one because this really tells me that your free will is incredibly valuable and useful. So you can master your life and you can program your life the way you want it to be using your free will. All right, so this is an interesting concept because this brings in the energy of destiny versus free will, right? So some things we can override. Number four, free will is not always operating. Okay, so that's another interesting maxim because it's telling us that we may think that we're in control and we're using our free will when we're really not. So, number 5, pay attention to your dreams. Definitely, I view dreams as a reflection of you, and they are messages coming from your subconscious to guide you in your waking life. Number 6, pay attention to your dreams. They reflect what's impacting your free will. Yeah, so that's a very important statement because then you can learn from your dreams, what actually is impacting my free will. Am I really in charge, or am I being controlled in some way? Number 7, you are more powerful than you realize. That's good to know. Number 8, to manifest effectively, you must master your free will. Okay, this is a very important one as well, because it's basically telling us that we need to understand what's influencing our free will, and then what did we choose in spirit, and then we need to learn to master that free will so that we can really become the co-creator that we are here to be, that we are designed to be. Okay, moving on. Portal of ancestral lineage. This is our right index finger. Okay. Number 1, you chose your family lineage. So yes, this is something I've learned from spirit, is that we choose our family. We choose what mother to have. We choose all of those things for very specific reasons. Number 2, your lineage gives you your gifts, lessons, and karma. Number 3, you can exalt your lineage. Okay, all very good statements. Essentially, it's saying you're not a victim of your family and you chose them, and you can exalt them, meaning that you can learn from them, and then you can actually come out the other side more powerful, more confident, more engaged with who you really are, and then share that with the world. Okay, moving on. Portal of chosen work. This is our right middle finger. We call that Saturn. And this is where we hold our portal of chosen work. Number 1, some work is predestined. Number 2, work and joy should coexist. Number 3, you can choose another path of work. There is no wrong path. That's reassuring too, right? If you feel like you're in the wrong job, you're really not. You're just learning a lesson. There's reasons for everything. Number 4, work builds your personality. Number 5, honor your work and it shall honor you. All good things to think about with your work. Okay, so when I think of honor, I think of just being in high regard, right? When you're honoring something, even if it's something that's that some people might judge or consider beneath them, like scrubbing toilets, right? Everybody thinks, oh, that's the worst job in the world. Well, I did that for many years when I owned my restaurant. I was not above cleaning the bathrooms, so even though I was the owner, I honored that work, and I did it humbly, and sure enough, it honored me right back when I eventually sold the business. So, all right. Moving on to our portal of creativity, we've got our right Apollo finger is the one we're focusing on now. And I am going through these fairly quickly. Obviously, we could go way deeper into any of these. This is just to give you the overview of what the maxims are. Okay, so number 1, you are creative in every moment. Number 2, let go of judgments of your creations. Number 3, shine as brightly as you can, as often as you can. Ooh, I love that one. And moving on to our portal of higher truth, this is our right little finger. Number 1, perceived truth is not always higher truth. Boy, that's an interesting one, isn't it? It forces us to look at our lenses. What is your perception of something? It doesn't mean that it is truth. We have different filters as we go through life, right? We've got our personality filter, we've got our lineage filter, we've got our location of where we're born, what's our nationality. We've got our neighborhood, there's so many different um, levels of reality. And then, of course, we have our soul level as well. So this is a good one to just remember, is that perceived truth is not always higher truth. Number 2, your soul knows higher truth. Number 3, when in doubt about higher truth, listen to your higher self. Okay, so now we can't always hear our higher self either, right? So this is where we go into meditation. You've heard the term, trusting your gut. It would be similar to that. Definitely it's a practice that you want to cultivate, is to actually be able to hear and communicate with your higher self. And that is also something that's very important to me when I go into my meditations. Okay, so now we're moving on to our left hand, and we've got a left thumb portal of collective willpower. By the way, I work with this one a lot on my Sunday live streams. If you're interested in healing some of the collective trauma, check out some of my past live streams where I choose a different trauma that basically is being held up in the energy field, and we want to clear that. As we clear it on the collective level, it actually can raise the vibratory set point of the entire planet and help everyone with our ascension. Okay, so that's why this portal is often overlooked, but it's actually pretty important. So number 1, the collective willpower is impacting you in every moment, right? Because we're all connected. So it's important to recognize that. Number 2, you have the power to impact the collective willpower, right? Just like I was saying, even just watching the replay of that live stream, you are contributing to the whole as you do that. So your direct participation can just amplify it. So it's super important that we do our collective healing work. Number 3, pay attention to the largely held wisdom to greater understand this impact. Okay, so what this is saying is that we need to look at, what do most people believe to be true? That, whether it's true or not, right? If it's a belief that most people hold, it is definitely going to impact the collective willpower and the overall vibration of the collective. Okay, so all good points. Okay, so next one, we are moving on to the portal of self-knowledge. That's our left index finger. And this one is number 1, you are divine. Ah, I love that. This is a good one to remember. You are divine. Number 2, see yourself as divine first, human second. So this is a good reminder. You're a divine being. You're living in a human body, a human existence, but you are so much more than just this one human existence. And number 3, no one can take who you are, right? So no one can take away the fact that you are divine. Number 4, be your authentic self. Okay, I always talk about this one too, because it's, first of all, it's knowing what that is and then being that, right? So, and that was also mentioned in the Delphic Maxims. Okay, moving on to the portal of karmic neutralization. This is our left middle finger. All right, so number 1, karma is continuously harmonizing. Okay, so that means what you do, what you think, what you feel is always continuously harmonizing in every minute of every day. So if you have continuous negative actions, that is going to create negative karma for you. If you are continuously being positive, putting out good vibrations, love, if you're sharing love, if you're being loving, then you are going to be creating positive karma for yourself. So the balance is continuous and ever flowing. Number 2, you have the power to influence how your karma harmonizes. Okay, that's another interesting statement. So you have more power than you realize. So you might as well be proactive. Number 3, pay attention to your pain. It is the path to liberation. Okay, so this is good because this is a reflection of our lessons, right? So if we're suffering in some way, it's the universe's way of saying, hey, I want to heal this, right? I'm hurting right now, and I don't want this to stay here forever. So let's address it and let's heal it. Okay, so that's the pathway to freedom. Definitely, we could elaborate on that in a lot of ways. But just know that you're not a victim, right? Ultimately, that's the message behind that. And let's go to the potential potential co-creation portal. That's our left Apollo. That's our left ring finger. And let's see what's going on there. Number 1, all potentialities exist. Boy, isn't that interesting? So, for example, if you felt like you missed your calling, it's like, oh, I always wanted to be a professional basketball player, or whatever, that potential actually exists in a different reality. So, potentialities. And you can tap into those potentialities. So, number 2, choose potential while holding joy and remembering your divinity. All right. So we can actually open ourselves up to different potentials while we are holding that joy, right? We want to be in that positive space and recognizing that we're divine. Number 3, your DNA is activating your access to these potentialities. Okay, so DNA activation is an interesting concept, right? When you think about the DNA holds a lot of secrets that maybe we're not even fully aware of. But when it's active, it means it's going to be present in our field. When it's not active, it means it's not. So we can work with the DNA directly to open ourselves up to new potentials. And last but not least, we're going to move to the portal of soulmate love and healing. That is our left little finger. And we've got a couple of them here. We have number 1, you have the power to heal from anything. All right. So if you've been given a diagnosis of there is no way to heal from this, just know that that is only an opinion, right? It's only an opinion, and it's only one possibility, right? But number 2 is telling us some illnesses are karmic and are more important to remain. So for people who actually don't get better, there could be a karmic reason for that, and you're balancing something from another lifetime. And if you went ahead and healed, then you might just have to repeat that illness again in another lifetime. So this gives it more of that big perspective of, yeah, sometimes it is actually better to be sick for a little while. Also, sicknesses have a purpose in that they redirect your energy. So, for example, if you just immediately got better, maybe you would just go right back to the old pattern that the sickness was trying to redirect you from. So, just as an example, when I had my vertigo, after I got divorced, I had vertigo for about 9 months, and it was it was not fun. I'll tell you that. It was definitely not fun. But it forced me to really go into meditation. It forced me to extend my meditations. And it really was the time of my life where I was allowing myself to really look at my life in a big way so that I could change and I could redirect my life. So sometimes we need to go through an illness for a certain length of time in order to have that redirect experience. So don't always think of your illness as bad, even though it's probably not very comfortable and certainly not very fun. But there are reasons for everything. And I definitely believe that. So anyway, I hope this was an interesting episode for you. Definitely a lot of, you could go back over each one of those and get some deeper insights, right? Can go into each of those. But yes, if you're interested in learning more, this is the kind of work that I do every day, is help people with their own ascension, with moving past their blocks, their difficulties, healing from emotional stress, reprogramming the subconscious, moving into higher states of joy, all the things where you can live your best life, really. So until next time, let's ascend together. And remember to follow and like our stuff so that we can grow and expand and reach more people. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for joining us on Life Ascended, where you can discover your divine potential every day. Please show your support by tuning in, following, sharing your comments, and inviting others to listen. Take it further by visiting Ascension17.com for deeper spiritual growth, guidance, programs, and products.